let's talk about Mr. Jerry Sandusky and how it affects Penn State.
Yeah, like how psychologists would say, ew.
Yeah, ew, ew, disgusting.
Yeah,
But
man.
he was found guilty of 45 of the 48 counts
Thank God.
against him. Your thoughts on this situation are?
Well, you know what? This I'm not even gonna discuss. I mean, I'm gonna discuss it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not gonna be wrong on it because I'm relieved. You know that he was found guilty in the state of Pennsylvania. That was
Mm-hmm.
my biggest concern, as I expressed before, that he would be found innocent because, you know, some of the jury might have been swayed by their love of their beloved Penn State, Joe Paterno, that type of thing. So I was very relieved that he was found guilty on 45 of those 48 charges, and now you can basically rot in hell, spend the rest of your few days you have left on this planet in jail. You know, I'm glad that the victims got justice. You know, and I also want to say to that person who made a comment on our YouTube page, that's ITP for Life on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, making that ridiculous statement that he made. You know, I hope you enjoyed that verdict, brother. You know.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I got to say about that. What do you think about that?
For me, I'm glad justice was served. Does it leave a black eye on Penn State? It does, because they could have stopped this man years ago, but they chose not to. There's emails, there's other evidence. There will be another trial. There'll be a civil trial against this man, where more of what went on up there is going to come out, and who else knew and didn't do anything.
Right.
You know, sometimes, and I was thinking about this before we did the show. If they'd got rid of him earlier, it would have put them in a better light. And you remove somebody who's bad for your brand, since it's all about business, right?
Yes. Yeah.
If it's all about business, you remove that dude, your business continues on. Your business continues to look good. Your brand continues to look good. He wasn't a prominent figure in their brand. Joe Pa was.
Definitely.
He is now, with that situation, Joe Pa's name is now tainted forever, and Joe Pa can't defend himself because he died.
No. Right.
And those of you in Penn State, I know y'all love that dude, but I gotta look at him sideways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I gotta look at your schools. Go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you, man. Just like you said, you gotta look at Penn State sideways. So I'm co-signing with what you're saying. You know, I mean, it's just really messed up. Like I said earlier, not too long ago, I'm just happy that the victims will serve justice. You know, so that's all I really care about at this time, because this man has probably destroyed young lives, young men's lives. You know,
and more than the 8 or 10 who came forth.
Right. I mean, you know, only God knows truly how many young men suffered at the hands of this monster. So, you know, we'll never really know how many young men suffered. So, you know, but for the ones that did, you know, I can only hope that this gives you some sense of relief.
Mhm.
You know, that's my only thing that I could say. I can only hope that this, you know, the verdict, you know, the final verdict can give you some sense of relief. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, like I said before, I said earlier when this case first came forth and we talked about it, it's the opening of a can of worms. Look at how many cases are out there now in the high school and college sports ranks with coaches and administrators molesting kids. So, you know, kudos to the judge, and kudos to the prosecutors, and kudos to those jurors for putting this man away. And you know, we're gonna follow next upcoming once that case comes forth. We will be talking about Syracuse.
Right.
You know, and people. I know Cyclonus is looking at me crazy, and I know some of the listeners are like, why y'all talking about, you know, this type of thing? But if we don't talk about it, it'll get swept under the rug, and more people will continue to, you know, get away with ruining young lives. And we got to talk about it, and we got to get our kids to talk about what's going on with them. And the parents, like I've been saying for weeks, watch your kids. Watch your kids.
You know what? And I agree with you fully, man, on that, because it's very important. It's extremely important of your children's safety. You know, and we're not. And I'm personally not just talking about young boys. I'm talking about young girls as well. You know, that may be around, might be involved in activities that you know, sports activities or any type of group activities in which a possible pedophile, a possible molester could be around. So we really implore, you know, parents to watch their children, watch who they're around, so this doesn't happen, because it is commonplace now, folks. It is commonplace now.